Hi, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade. Today we are going to be building a Williams 3 through 6 display. This is all Wolffpac tech. As you can see here by the cool logo. You're going to get a kit. It's going to have all these displays. You're going to get 4 boards like this. You can get some foam pieces, chips, and a bag full of other little parts, little resistor, and some capacitors. You're gonna get those. What I highly recommend to do first is go through the parts list and make sure you have every single part. Before you start, you really want to go through to make sure you got every single part, because this kit is made by a human, and you know, us humans sometimes make mistakes or accidentally not ship one piece or something like that. So go through it all, count every piece, and make sure you have every single piece before you start. It will save you headaches in the long run, because if all of a sudden you get the thing done and you realize you're just missing one resistor or you got one wrong chip. So do yourself a favor and go through everything first. And what I advise too is get this really super thin solder. This is 0.031. You need really thin solder. You don't want to use what most people use on regular pinball, like this is the fat solder. This is 0.62. You do not want to use this stuff. It is too hard to solder these little connections. You get a ton of little connections like this that you're going to be soldering. Sorry that it's not in focus. But you got a ton of these little connections you're going to be soldering, and you need to have small solder. This is one of 2 I finished already. When these are done, it has this cool little foam piece that goes over the top and hides the gaps in there and makes this will look exactly OEM when finished. So I'm not putting this on until I get everything completely tested and working. Then when I'm done, I'll take them out and I will put the foam on. So let's get to it. My first thing that I have to do is go over here. Oh, you can't see it. Anyways, see if I can get this out good. You go to Wolffpac Tech and they have all the instructions online. My first thing is I need U1 CD4543. I have to solder that in first. Okay, it goes into U1. It was really good. It's got all the little steps. It shows you final assembly and everything like that. And there's how to foam. Gets on there. There's my little notes that I use for streaming. But yeah, you can see how the foam goes on it and covers everything up to make it look really neat and super cool. But we'll get to that later. But right now we need to go to U1 and it's CD4543. We have to solder first. You see my basement's kind of clean. CD4543. I did put all these in order. but I'm still going to verify. I believe these are them. CD 4543, and that's going to go into U1, which is here. And all the chips, they will have a groove to let you know what's on top, and then on the display here on the silk screening, it will show you where the groove goes on top. So what we're going to do is get that in there. Some of these chips you do have to bend the tabs just a little bit to get them to seat in. You can use little pliers, or you can use your fat chubby little fingers, or whatever you need. You want it right here. I read that C6 and it threw me off. Take your time with these. You don't want to bend them too much or break one off. So I'm just lightly bending them. And practice up your soldering skills, because you're gonna need them. As you can see, I still gotta bend it just a little bit. Soldering skills, I would, if you're not really up on soldering, you could find somebody that is good at it. You can YouTube soldering videos. I always say, for a good way to learn is go to your Goodwill, buy some junk computer or something like that, and just practice soldering on there. So now you see we got the little, it's hard for me to do this because I'm not, I'm looking at my TV. That little groove on top of the chip is up on top. So you want to make sure you got that. They all will be up on top on this board. We're going to flip it over, verify all of our pins are through. Now here's the fun part, soldering. Make sure you get a nice clean tip too. What you're going to do is you're going to touch the stem and the board and just push the solder into it, and it should flow right into it. Like that. I always like doing just one. And then that. Now I feel it's seated good, so I'm gonna go do the rest. I make it look easy, don't I? Actually, it is pretty easy. That one's a little screw up. That one I'm gonna have to clean. And let that one cool off. That's why I say make sure your tip's clean. Okay. That one I'm gonna, let's get it a little hot. pull a little solder off of my thing, my tip. Now what you can do is use your magnifying glass and verify you got them all soldered down, and then you're going to have to clean off the flux when you're done. But I'm going to do one chip with you guys just so you can see how easy it is. You can also look on this side too, magnifying glass, and see how the solder came through. And just to verify, if the solder did come through, you know you soldered the legs on good. And you need magnifying glasses. But that's it. So we got that one chip on. Let's skip to doing these resistors. I believe they go all the way through here, 14. We got 6, 7. We got 8 here. And we got 8 here. So there's 2 extra. And it says 14. But they must come in groups of 8, so he just sends you that many. Alright, I believe they go through R1 through R14, but let me look on the computer first. Okay, R1 through R14. R1 on the board. Those all go into R1. Okay. These will all go into R1. What I got was this cool little thing off eBay. It lets you take all these and what do you call it? Bend them real neat and perfectly. So you just put the chip, the resistor in there, and you can just bend it with this little tool, and it just lets you make it like evenly perfect. And see how it fits in there real perfect? And I believe it doesn't matter which way you put them in. But I'm gonna look. Anyways. Direction does not matter, but I'm gonna put them all in so they're the exact same way. I want to have it all brown on that side. So we're gonna do the same thing like I did here. I bent the sides over so that thing stays perfectly center. I'm gonna clean off my soldering tip, and then we're gonna just go like that, put a blop there, go like that, put a blop there, and then that's it. And you can take your little trimmer tool and just cut the ends off. And I got a garbage pile right here. Oh, where did I go? Stuck to my fingers there. And then that's about it. Pretty simple, isn't it? And let's do one of these caps. These all go into, they should go into and C1. Let's make sure, but I can't see them going anywhere now. Locate capacitor C1 through 7 at the position C mark 1 on the board. The direction does not matter. Repeat for C2 through C7. So let's go C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, and C7. We're going to do C6. The reason why, because we started out with that one. I'm going to take these and bend them over like this, just so that's neat and perfect on top. Because it looks cool. There's no other reason why. And we're going to do the same thing. Get this tip clean. And we're just going to hold this onto the board. We're going to push down. Hold onto the board. Push down. And then that should be it. And that is soldered down perfectly. And then we're just going to take our ends off, snip that off, put it there. And now I'm thinking to myself, why are you putting this junk there when you got garbage can right here? Just throw it in the garbage, dude. What is this? I have no idea what this is from. This is Porta painting. Looks interesting. Oh wow, it slides open like that. If anybody knows what this is, comment on the side. I have no idea where it came from, but it's in my garbage. It might have been in a pinball machine or something like that, and I just throw the junk out. There's little, looks like sticky things on here. So maybe it was for some type of painting stuff, and this was just like a easy close lid for it or something. I don't know. Alright. One more other thing. Let's do one of these displays, because there's a funny way that I do them. Alright. I know you put the little decimal point so it's down. You want that dot so it's down. Alright, let's stick this over here so it's balanced. Alright, let's get enough solder. Clean my tip off. I'm going to do this kind of like the same way as I did the other ones. Heat up, put down the board on the edge. A little bit dab there. We're going to go here. A little dab there. The reason why I like doing that is because now it locked the bottom and top in. So since I know it's in and it's not moving now I feel free where I can just go and do the rest. And like I highly advise is clean your tip enough. It keeps it from glopping like I did before. And this is this solder flows really good. This is Kester brand. So you think you're putting a lot in, but you're not. Just because it flows so good. once I get this all clean, soldered up, I'll go through and I'll show you how I clean. Alright, we got one of those on there. We have a chip on. We have a capacitor on, and we got one resistor on. So I'm going to go through and do the rest of this board, and then we'll come back when I'm done with it. How does that sound? Does that sound good? Because I think it'd be boring just watching me solder. Alright, I'm basically pretty much done with this. I got this all the parts put on here, all soldered in. I still have to clean it. I got 3 displays done. I figured I would show you how I do these displays. You don't have to do them like I do or anything like that. But this is how I do them. You get your one in there and your one on this end. Make sure you got your dots pointing down, and flip it over. And I use this thing to kind of like balance it. And I get my nice loop of solder and get it straight. And clean my tip off. And then I'm gonna just solder one end down on each display. Okay, that was nice. The battery went dead. I forgot to plug my camera in, and I've been using the battery for a while. Okay, what I did is I soldered one end down on each display, so now they are tight down on there. And what I can do now is, let me make sure we're in the picture. I will just go and do this whole row and then flip it over and then do this whole row. I didn't have it on there all the way. That's not fair. I'm just trying to go so fast. I didn't have the soldering tip on the display. I just pushed the solder right onto the end of the soldering stick point thing. I really got to go through here and put a new pad in there so I can clean my tips better. Alright, I got that side done. I'll do the same thing on this side. I should use this thing. I like it a little better. Bring it a little closer to me. I hope I didn't block anybody's view, because that'd royally suck going through all this. And I don't like that, now that I think of it. I don't really need it, I guess. Well, and then we'll just go to each one, push a little solder down into the hole. The reason why I do the two end ones, because now when I flip it over, they're stable. I can set all these in there. Like this. And I flip it over, and everything's stable now. That's why I like doing that. It's just my preference on the way I solder. You don't have to. I just found out after doing a couple of these kits, I think this works good for me. You can see it goes pretty quick once you get a rhythm. See, that went pretty quick. I got that whole side done. Now we'll do this side. And our loop of solder. Make sure that tip is clean. And let's go down again. I'm probably using a little bit too much solder, that's why my tip is getting full. I don't know. I'm not a soldering pro, so don't take lessons off me on soldering. There are plenty other pros on YouTube that can show you how to solder correctly. I'm just showing you how I do it. And there we go. This display is done. All soldered on. And now I'll let it cool, and then we'll get cleaning it. But I'm probably going to do that tomorrow, so I don't feel like doing it now because I just did 2 boards, and when I do too many of these, soldering too much at one time, it throws off my ADD or whatever the hell it is. And I need to take a break. I need to get different glasses too. So, but yeah, you can see all the soldering flux on her. That's on her still. And this is a clean one. There, you can see it a little bit better with the light like that. Nice and clean. Nice and dirty. And really dirty. You can see all the flux that I have to clean off on there. But yeah, you want to clean that off. I'll put those over there since those are clean. You want to clean that off because it's just dirty. We just do this one, or we just do that one? That one we just did because it's warm. I guess I can show you real quick on this. I clean it off. I gotta clean it anyway, so I have to turn my soldering iron off. Get that tip clean. Yeah, it's clean. Turn it off. We got the camera plugged in, so that will be charging. Now we're gonna, this is just good old 91% alcohol, I believe it is. I think it's 91%. It's the strongest alcohol you can get. Now you can't just put the alcohol on here and think you're going to get it clean. You actually have to wipe this crap off, because otherwise what the alcohol does, it just it liquefies that flux, and it keeps it floating, and then the flux dries back down and then creates a still sticky mess onto the board. So we're gonna put some more on there, scrub it again. So if I just let this dry, the flux would still be there. We gotta wipe it off. I'd rather show you this board, cleaning it, than the other board. the reason why that one's going to be a lot more tedious. Probably more colorful words being said than this one. But yeah, if you don't take the flux off, one, it looks like crap, and I guess they say the flux will eat at the board, but I don't know. I've bought plenty of things that have flux all over them and nothing ever happened. Alright, that's pretty clean. I don't like how this stuff like falls apart on it too. We can just take a little bit of it and wipe it too. I'm just wiping right along the pins, because if you wipe the pins with this rag, it just shreds on them. And this is just a generic version of the Scotch Blue towels. I got this from Menards. They didn't have Scotch, they had this, and I'm like, well, I'll try it, you know. It seems to work as good, but I believe the Scotch is a little a better cloth. I should say it's a little more durable, let's put it that way. This is alright stuff for what I'm doing. Trying to get the fuzzies off from the cloth. There, that's it. It's pretty clean. There you go. I can see the reflection. That's pretty clean. Now it looks a lot nicer. You don't have the cruddy junk from the what do you call it, flux on it anymore. There we go. And that's it. I think next thing we'll be doing is sticking these in a machine and then testing it. Where's my electrical tester? Did I put that back? You can also verify all the pins if you really want to. Touch the pin and follow the trace and go to here to make sure you got them soldered in if you really want to. I did that on those. I don't know why, but you can do that too. It's not going to hurt. That's about it. So yeah, let's get I'm going to clean that one up. Three. I'll have to clean this one up, and then I'll clean that one up, and then we'll get them in the game and see what they look like. Alright, so we're back. Machine is, well, it's plugged in, but it's on a power strip, so that means it's off. So if I flip the switch, nothing. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start unplugging all these. Get them out of the way. And that. Somebody's already been in here because I noticed some of these are not exactly screwed down correctly, especially on the back, I noticed. So we're gonna do, take these screws off. I got these little washers, and you get my magnet. that'd make it easier getting the washers off. There's my Ming. And it's attached to everything because it's a magnet. I think I got too many pens on my pen thinking that they're all falling out now. Alright. Separate. Washers on one side and bolts on the other side. Alright. This should come out pretty easy now. And there we go. One board off. I'm just trying to see if I see any real damage on it. I don't really see any damage on it. The board looks pretty unmolested. You can't tell, it doesn't really look like it's ever been worked on. It does not look like it's ever been worked on. Like it's never, no, it's never been touched. Not even the connections reflowed or anything. This looks as original can be. Interesting. We'll take that and set that over there. My main concern is these I do not want plugged in. I just want these two plugged in. That one and that one plugged in. Right now, this is displayed, this is display. I want this one plugged in. Display, 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 display. Junk out of the way. Where does that go? That went up there. You know what? I'm gonna have to look back on the video to see where everything was plugged in. This I know went there. This probably went there. That went there, and that went there. Okay. I just want no wires in my way of anything. Alright. That's what we want right now. So, where's the power strip for this? It's way back over there. Let's flip it off first. And we'll turn all the power strip on. And I'm thinking my Hurricane's gonna turn on here's the test. And look at that. We have the ball display again. That's just so perfect and beautiful. Ball number 1. Come on, drain. Ball number 2. Ball number 3. Ball number 4. Ball number 5. Oh, we got 18 credits on it too. And we won a credit. We must have matched. So we got both of our digits back, and that's what we wanted. So what I'm going to do now is turn it off, cut the power to it. There we go. We got the power cut. I'll just back out of my way. And now we're gonna unplug it. And I'm gonna stop the video. I'm gonna put the little gaskets on it, and then we're gonna get the displays up on the machine. All right. I got all the other displays. Well, they're not mounted, but they're on. And look at that. Let's turn off the light. Isn't that cool? They're not flickering. That's just like the frame rate of the camera. I don't think I can put it in. I don't know if I can get into test, display test. I think I have to do it on a board. Yeah. I'm gonna do it on a board. Okay, let me see if I can do that. I remember how. I forgot they're not mounted, people. They're just sitting on there. This one. And then, there we go. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7s, 8s, 9s, and 0s. I'm gonna look at each display. Okay, that's player 2. Three. 4. and the two main ones. Alright, that's a go to me. There we go. Please don't fall off again. There we go. Damn, those 44s are hot. That's why you remove them. I just had my finger on there for a little bit and it felt like I touched the soldering iron. But yeah, there you go. Wolffpac System 3 to 6 displays working on I think it's a 78 Lucky 7. And like I said, they are not flickering. It's just a frame rate on the camera. I think last time I zoomed in and it kind of went away. Let me see if I turn the light off if that does anything. Yeah, it still looks not that good. But trust me, they are not flickering. They're a constant, steady. They look exactly like the factory did. I wish we, oh, if I put my hand there, it tricks the camera. There we go. So let's do that. There, now you go. Why is my hand tricking the camera right there? Oh, there we go again. That is funny. But now I just got to put these little stencils over all of them. Shut it off. Put these little stencils. Let's get you back out. These little they're a foam bezel. I'll show you one. These are, let's take all these little inserts off. Let's just put one on. You want to see one on, don't you? If I can get all the little doohickeys out of them. These can be a pain sometimes. And the hardest thing too is putting these things on straight. Oh, you get one chance to put them on and you're done. So what we're going to do now is we're going to peel all the, here's this little protective layer that's on each lens. Do we have a garbage over here? Of course not. I really need a tweezers. I don't want to touch them and get my grubby fingers on them. See if I can get a tweezers. And we'll do one together. I think I have one over here. I don't know if it's straight tweezers or if it's just my, what do you call it? It's just my, what do you call it? A baby forceps. It's like a tweezers, except it will bite you. Yeah, it works like crap. I'm gonna have to get in there with my fingers. I want to get this little doohickey. It grabs them nicely. Alright. Get all the stickies off. They're kind of matte finished. We don't need this. Forget what I had that for. Alright. You get one chance at this, putting them down. One chance. And of course, a little bit left on this one. Get off there. One chance. Just like that, and you just push the foam down. That's the difference. There's it without, and there's it with the foam on. See how the foam hides all the openings in the middle? That's what you want to do. You want to have your foam on. Foam on! Foam on! Wayne's World, game on! Anyways, Wolffpac, Williams System 3 through 6 display kit. And you can see what I did was easy. You can do it too. Now you've seen it done. And now you can do it on your Williams 3 through 6. It should be the exact same thing no matter what machine, as long as it's a Williams 3 through 6. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, share, whatever. Follow us at Mark's Basement Arcade on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. I don't post much there, but I do once in a while. And YouTube, because that's where you're watching us. And I guess that's about it. Later.